Hey Cancers, and welcome to your April 2019 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead, as I hope you are feeling great. Not gonna lie, Cancers, there are some loose ends to tie up here in April, especially in the beginning. We are getting into the astrological new year, into Aries time. We are out of the 2018 year cycle here, and I feel like Cancer really has to look around and see that for themselves and really click that we are in a different place now. And I feel like that really sums up what happens for you this month, is just sort of the realization that things have changed, that the old patterns, the old outworn ways of coping no longer need to be so all-encompassing for you. I think if you allow yourself, you can be very happy here, but only through letting go of really angsty past ways of healing or past ways of re-emerging into the past. There is a past activation here, and that's normal. Something a little bit tricky about this Aries time, about this equinox April period, is that we are still in a shadow of Mercury retrograde in Pisces. An equinox is all about moving from Pisces to Aries, restarting the astrological cycle. So for Mercury to still be in its shadow in Pisces, it kind of stretches out the Pisces season and gives a tone of that to Aries, which for a Cancer, that can be very, just very watery. And my phone is vibrating as as I'm saying that. It's sort of validating that, this is a watery time for you, despite it being like fiery, Aries energy. Jupiter in Sagittarius and Moon in Leo at some point in time, we will have a fire trine in April. Despite that, there is a watery pretense to what you're going through here and now, and you can be a little bit wishy-washy, I feel, and I think that you need to find confidence and you need to find understanding that you can move on. You have to find understanding that sometimes a grieving process is necessary, but also a moving on from that grieving process as well. You will see anything that's out of order in this month. You will see anything that has felt advantage taking of you. Likewise, you will gain energy, money, power, resources. You gain resources this month. Your central theme is King of Pentacles. So all of these things that happen, it accumulates within your resources. And this can be energy, money, ability, strength, even. You're getting strength from whatever you're going through here. And I like how the reading ends with Three of Wands, because it does say that you are standing and looking at the horizon. But it's going to be important to allow yourself to enjoy this month, really. I mean, Five of Cups, Five of Swords, Ten of Swords, those are what we're not feeling great about, right? But it's okay, because I feel that for some of you, you actually see how much better things are by being in a new and really incredible experience, relationship, or location. You see how difficult the past one was. That could be the way that it opens up for a lot of you. I feel that all Cancers have to be a little bit new here and have to maybe try to be a little bit new, even. Really being emotionally mature and balancing things. Your only major arcana is Temperance, so you are balancing your body. Try to take a balanced approach to anything that comes up. Try to not have very, very strong, uncontrollable emotional reactions. It'll be important to prioritize your body, to prioritize the accumulation of what you have. What do I mean by that? To see what you have around you and to use it and operate in your environment in a way that supports you. So sleeping well, eating well, not getting too wrapped up in things that distract you so that you're not giving your body what it needs, so on and so forth. Okay, Cancer? And I really think that despite some of these heavier archetypes, you have a really good template for being happy here and for finding blessings as well. The only thing that can prevent it is being overly focused on how these types of things went wrong in the past. Okay, so we are not in a past-oriented time, especially after mid-April. And it's going to be important maybe through the beginning of April to have made the amends that you needed to make and be ready to move on with things by the latter part of April, because then what you're left with is just very strong balance, very strong emotional security, if you allow that. And very strong, emotional energy. Emotional security and emotional energy return this month, and you can sort of put them into your back pocket and move on with your life here if you let yourself, okay? Anyway, Cancers, before we get into the week to week, I just wanted to give a friendly reminder that I will be posting every Friday on YouTube now, so you can create like a reminder or something, or write it down that guys, new videos go up 5 p.m. every Friday. The last Friday of the month I'll be posting general readings, and the other 3 Fridays will be just whatever videos I feel like making, and there should be some really new exciting content coming. So again, be sure to check back to my channel on Fridays. And then if you love that content, you can jump over to my Patreon page, where I have different kinds of free materials as well as paid materials. And if it's something that you enjoy, you can support with a monthly pledge of your choosing and get a lot of really fun content if that sounds good to you. So be sure to check over there. Again, there's a lot of free stuff, because I know that, you know, not all of us are in a position to pledge money to something like this, but if you can, and if you are, and if it's something that feels right, it's so helpful for me to be able to securely do this full time. And thank you so much for those of you who are interested in potentially pledging. But anyway, Cancers, let's go ahead and get into this week-to-week reading as you are moving into incredible Aries equinox April time. Week number 1, you have King of Cups rooted down by 5 of Cups. Again, it's so watery, and like right as I'm saying that, there's like this flock of blackbirds like flying over my house, and they're like screaming so loud. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Can you hear it? They're really loud. So there's a bit of discord, I think, in your movement. Maybe you're migrating. I feel like these birds are migrating or something. It's the change of the seasons. So I do feel that Cancer is migrating there. You're migrating your sense of emotional integrity, I think, and also migrating your sense of outlook on life. I feel optimism, pessimism, pragmatism, all of these things are being redefined for you, where you decide, like, is this something that I need to cry over? Are these spilled cups here something that deserve all of my attention as a person? And that, like, I feel like that really strikes a note in Cancer. Like, do these spilled cups, these difficulties, these little subtle misgivings or certain expressions on people's faces, does this require all of my energy? And does this need to prevent me from sleeping, prevent me from enjoying what I do, prevent me from feeding myself, prevent me from all of this stuff? Because there was a bit of a turn in Cancerian energy when we saw Jupiter move into Scorpio in the 2018 and late 2017 cycle. We did see a turn in Cancer, I feel, where a sign that doesn't so much tend towards pessimism, but can be a bit of an Eeyore at times, became a little bit pessimistic in its outlook, really towards its own way of reacting. And again, Cancer is all about self-preservation, all about the sign of the self, you know? So I feel that Cancer kind of hurt itself during that time. Again, not all of you, but Cancers, perhaps like younger Cancers, especially, but even older ones as well, really took a turn of like self-pessimism without realizing that that's what it was, if I can say. Sort of distracting yourself with bad things that happen to other people, but it really hurts you to like not prioritize your own experience. And you think that you think that you're like prioritizing your own experience by like thinking about whichever thing feels right during the moment. But in reality, it leads towards like a sense of unhealthiness. Okay, and I think that you see that there will be examples of that there in the first week of April, and you will also see that the universe tries to reach out a hand to help with that. So maybe there aren't as many difficult things happening. Maybe people are treating you really nicely, and people are loving you a lot, and people are really supporting you, and it's like to still be pessimistically seeking really subtle things, like subtle facial expressions from other people, when in reality they're not doing anything wrong, or they're like actually supporting you, and you might see yourself like actually reprimanding other people for like subtle facial expressions, or reprimanding people only within but smiling at them nonetheless when nothing truly bad has been done. And then you see lots of chaos that can ensue from this type of thing. This is the type of thing that does bring on tower experiences when things are just not obvious, and when things are very occlusive. You know, I feel like an occlusiveness to Cancer's energy this month in April, especially in the beginning. And towards after middle April, this goes away a bit, and I think that it's because of what happens here, because, you know, King of Cups, it demands that emotional evolution, and it demands that you know, what do I want to say, in its best operating ability, King of Cups has a strong intuitive knowledge of how to react emotionally, how to react properly, and becoming upset about certain people's subtle facial expressions when they're not really being any sort of way, and allowing this to be something that's really bothersome to you, Cancer, is not reacting in an emotionally mature way. And I'm not saying that all of you are doing that, but there's a tendency for Cancer to what do I want to say? It's not an exaggeration, but it's not even an oversensitivity per se, but it's a some kind of conglomeration of these two principles where small things are in gosh, it's hard to articulate, where small things are interpreted in an exaggerated way. And it's not that you do that on purpose, but just certain things feel difficult um, when things just aren't really how they truly are, and things just become hard to handle. And again, that's not for all of you. That's for a small percentage of Cancers. For others of you, this could be happening to people around you, and you could see that maybe you're coming off this way to people, and you have to try to cope with that, and you have to try to deal with people who do not have very much emotional strength. So do think about it though, and think about the past with that for sure, and try to release that here and now. I'm sure that all Cancers can relate to that in some way. And it's not saying that you need to deny your emotions. You know, if someone makes you feel a certain way, or if someone, you know, has something that is truly small and it makes you feel a certain way, like, it's not in vain, and perhaps they do feel a certain way about it. But I feel that Jupiter in Sagittarius really comes in this year to thicken Cancer's skin just a little bit, and to give you a sense of confidence, and also like sense of like, whose business is it really? You know, is it my business whether how this person truly feels about me at a deep level, if they're not like really doing anything bad to me? Like, I feel like Cancer can kind of stop caring just a little bit here about these subtleties, and I hope that this hasn't been too much of a tangent, but just try to remember your own strength, Cancer, and remember your own virtues as well, and not expect for people who don't know you to also understand. Like, people do have the right to dislike us in this life, and that's kind of a difficult thing. And try to just make sure that you're putting that attention that you might be putting onto people who don't have a place in your life onto those who do. I feel like people who you truly love, or people who are truly close to you, can go by the wayside through over prioritizing small emotional things that happen of little importance. Small unimportant emotional things take the priority that perhaps loved ones or projects or finances or career need in your life. So this month is truly a time of emotional budgeting for you, Cancer. How much emotions do I spend here, this category, that category? What an incredible time to get clear on that. This Mercury shadow in Pisces, you would have seen over the last month of March, over the last year cycle with Jupiter and Scorpio, the errors in the emotional budgeting, and here you can truly put it into effect. Week number 2, 7 of Wands, you're down by 10 of Swords, same thing. You just see clearly what isn't working with this whole emotional budgeting, and you see who isn't right for you. Like, that's the other thing, when people aren't right, when you don't need to be around a certain person, when people are hurtful, like, you know it. You don't have to try to over analyze it so thoroughly. When things aren't right, you're so intuitive, you know it. Move on, move away if you can. Set the record straight. Cancer is very good at setting the record straight. You know, if someone is being a certain way to you, like, just clearly say, is there something wrong? You know, like, ask them, like, clearly, do we have a problem here? Is there something that I've done that has upset you? And a lot of the time you'll just hear people say, oh my gosh, no, not at all. You see, my boyfriend broke up with me last night, and I didn't realize that I was putting myself out there in that way. You know, I didn't realize that I was giving you that impression. This isn't about you at all. This is about something going on in my life. And then it's like clear. Whereas had you not set the record straight, it's like for months and months this could have gone on, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this person hates me, this person hates me, this person is causing me so much problem, and when in reality it was never even about you, you know? So try to set the record straight there if you could. I can also see, like, to get out of this subject, like, potential argumentative streaks, breakups, betrayal is possible there, but here's the thing, it's not a bad time of the year for it, because again, we need to be starting new here. No 10 cards need to be coming up during an April reading, and a lot of signs got 10 cards this month. It says to me that endings have been stretched out, which is something that I talked about with this Mercury shadow in Pisces. It would do it. But we need to be starting over. No more old problems from old ancient relationships that can't move forward. No more obsessing, at least not during this time of the year. Wait till your time of the year. June, July is a better time for, thinking on and on about, the endings and difficulties. Move forward, have new experiences, meet new people, even if you can. Take relationships to new levels, experience new heights to old relationships are good here as well. And just watch out for your temper. Watch out for, because again, fire energy, Aries time can be a bit temperamental for Cancer actually. So watch out for coming unhinged, and watch out for also stabbing other people in the back unknowingly. It feels like your temper can be quite pointy during this time. So try to maybe relax, get a massage, go to the spa, exercise. All Cancers should be exercising during Aries time, otherwise the temperament can become a bit frayed. And I mean, look, week number 3, we have Temperance, rooted down by Page of Pentacles, reversed. So yes, we must be doing things as Cancer to channel temper, to channel our deep emotions. That's when a Cancer implodes on themselves, is when they do nothing to channel their emotions. This doesn't look like your 9-to-5 day job. This doesn't look like intimate root chakra experiences so much. To me, this looks like exercise. It looks like doing things with your hands. It looks like doing things and even playing a role, like a different role. I feel like gaming could even be good for some of you. Again, that can become an addictive process, so watch out for too much of it. But yeah, I really feel like actually getting outside is the best thing, like hiking or going on trails or walking through cities could be really wonderful. You need more visual stimulus. Different visual stimulus is important for Cancer. Nothing that's old, the same walls, the same, feeling of the same clothes that you were wearing when you went through that last breakup. Like, it subtly, unconsciously brings back those memories and you operate in that way. New clothes, or like something that feels different, new furniture, something that revamps the visual stimulus and sensatory stimulus as well. Plenty of water, alkaline diet, eating at the same times every day, sleeping at the same times every day, being around water. Really, really important for you, Cancer, during the 3rd week. And with Page of Pentacles reversed, don't be afraid to spend a little bit of money on yourself. Don't be afraid, and don't go crazy with it. Again, Page of Pentacles is not a gigantic expenditure. It's not something that breaks the bank. But for those of you who've been saving or have a little bit more to spend here, it's time to perhaps get a little bit of new clothing, a new hairstyle, a spa day. It's not about even indulging. It's just about shaking up the stimulus around you, because I would say that that's accounting for about 95% of this emotional insecurity that you're feeling here, because nothing truly bad has happened for many of you. Again, that's not all of you. But for those of you who haven't had like something specifically terrible happen in April, this is about things that were terrible in the past just coming back up because we're a little bit bored, really. Okay, so what can we do to solve boredom? Having fun. Have fun, Cancer. It's Aries time. It's one of the funnest times of the year. Okay, week number 4, and we are moving into Taurus time. 5 of Swords, reversed, rooted down by 3 of Wands. You start to see that it's easy to attract people who might not have your best interests at heart, but you might have a little bit of a test. Like, will I allow all these people into my life and not have anyone know about them? I feel like there might be a secretive edge to Cancerian energy here, but you don't want that. You want honesty, you want truth, you want transparency. So give yourself transparency in the 4th week. If you feel like you're being lied to, if you feel like people are being secretive or something, or taking advantage of you, move along. For some reason, Cancer likes to stay real still sometimes when they know they're being taken advantage of. Move along, Cancer. 3 of Wands says new horizons. Move forward. Motion. This is, again, Aries energy, even though we're in Taurus time, and perhaps it would have been nice to use 3 of Wands energy at the beginning of the month, but you can this whole entire month. I feel 3 of Wands treats you very well to look at new horizons, new scenery, new visual stimulus, as we're saying. So yeah, 4th week, just what I like about 5 of Swords reversed as well is it can really show you clearly who's not out for your best interest. Just follow through on it, don't be scared of that. Don't think like, oh my gosh, is this person who I've trusted forever truly against me? No, 5 of Swords shows it quite clearly. So you'll see it, and then I feel like just make the proper action in response. Again, your central theme is King of Pentacles, so altogether, this isn't a traumatic month for you at all. I know we have some difficult cards here, but all of these things come together to fund you. It funds you, Cancer. You are being funded by what happens here energetically, monetarily. Raises, promotions, you know, inheritance, increase in stock, capital gains. I feel like the energy of capital gains, tax returns, deductions, all of this type of thing that like ups the ante of your financial fiscal position, but also like energetically. I feel like energetic deductions, energetic gains. It feels really, really beautiful. So if you let yourself focus on that, Cancer, you really, really start off this month in a super, super empowered way. Don't let this Ten of Swords, Five of Cups energies, Five of Swords energies pull you down. Get your body in order, get your bank in order, get your emotional budgeting in order, please. That's like the most important thing. And then move forward. New things, new visual stimulus, new fun. Have some fun, Cancer. You're not letting yourself have fun with things, okay? Anyway, Cancers, I hope this reading has resonated. I will put a link for your Sun, Moon, Rising sign below, and perhaps on the screen as well right now. I do hope that you will take the time to jump over to my Patreon page and check that out, because there's more content over there, and you can make a pledge as well to support the future of these readings. Thank you so much, Cancer. I hope that you've enjoyed this. Your likes, comments, and subscribes make my day, and we will be talking soon. Much love. Bye.